Holy Gray, I'm streaming. Holy Gray. Alright, chat. No one's in chat, but I'm doing Jeep stuff. So I've worked on this script today. Basically what this script does is it takes all of the Jeep waypoints in a given prison and basically it divides them up and like it creates like the little routes for the Jeeps. So like say I have like I have a waypoint here, waypoint here, waypoint here, waypoint here, and then just other waypoints here. What the script does is it boxes them up into like little contained things, just lists of transforms. So this allows for multiple Jeeps, and I also allowed it on any layer, so we'll see how that goes. But that's basically what this script is doing, hopefully. I don't know if it's doing it well, but I mean, I haven't tested it, so because I haven't made Jeep movement a thing yet. And so yeah, all this does is sets up this script, which is for moving the actual Jeep. And then I'm also going to make a script for animating the Jeep. So yeah. So we're going to Jeep move here, and I found out that Jeeps move 0.1 units per 0.01 seconds. So I can do some things with that, I guess. Yeah, let me think. So, wow, Scarlet Letter, that is an old notification. I want the Jeep to move smoothly. So there's going to be some sort of like while loop here or something. Or, I don't know. Is there a way to just like... No, I don't know. Never mind. See, I'm thinking of how I want to do this. It spawns the Jeep at the first waypoint in this list here, and then it sets its direction based off of that first one. And so I'm starting at a direction that I don't know. So I don't know, man, this is difficult. Time. So I could do like a while loop. And I could like, yeah. And then in this while loop, dude, I don't know. So the Jeep is at a certain position, which is this object. This script is on the Jeep object. And let's just say I want to move it to the right. I'll add different directions later, but let's just focus on moving it to the right. So a frame goes by during this while loop. And time will be a float stored here. And then will plus equal the delta time, so the time from the last frame, and I have to add a yield return null here. So the time increases for that, and then I need to move the Jeep a certain direction based off that amount of time. So what I need to do is I need to make a function that puts that is equal to the amount of units to move it in. So time would be the variable in there. So let's see. So if I have 0.1 per 0.01 seconds, now I want to make a function f of t that equals like the amount to move. So time here, there'd be no like y-intercept. So it's just something times t, because this is linear. So it's if this is x and this is y, or I'll make this t and this y. If I have, well, in 0.01 seconds 0.1 goes, and in 0.02 seconds 0.2. So let's rise over run. So it's 0.1 over 0.01. And then, so if you divide like 0.1 divided by 0.01, boom, boom, you get 10. So I think it's just 10t, right? Because that's the slope. I think so. Let's try it. So, well, would that be the time? Yeah, this would be added on to the current movement. So this would be transform position. Wait, what is $lerp? LARP? Wait, what? Interpolates linearly. I don't know what that is. That probably helps this, because this is based on frame rate, which is not great. Well, that's whatever. Well, it's not based on frame rate. It's based on time between frames, which doesn't matter because time is constant. So I think it's just the position plus equals new vector 2. So say if I'm just moving right, then it'll be 10f times time, comma 0. Plus equal, boom, so 0. So then, yeah, so they just moves right. So I just do a switch on the direction, so current TER, and so case up just be transformed position plus equals new vector 3 going up, so it would be 10f here. Yep. Case down would just be like the opposite of that, so -10. Then just be left, so then be 10, well, -10f times time must be right, which is just this. Okay, so then yield, and that's it. So that's the movement. And so then I need to be checking if the direction should change. So that should be an update. Then I can do this. Private vector to next waypoint position, and this equals points at 0 dot get component Jeep waypoint Jeep waypoint connection dot connected waypoint dot position. And then I need to also get the current waypoint, current next waypoint. So just next waypoint, right? Or is it current waypoint? I need current waypoint. And then so that means current waypoint equals WPS at 0. And so then, now that I have that, yeah, I can make like a change direction method, but let me think. So float distance equals vector 2 dot distance between the position of this and then next waypoint position. If distance is less than 0.01 f or equal to whatever, why not? Then I need to okay. Cause see, this might interrupt this. It'll just change direction. When I change direction, well, each frame runs next to each other, right? So like, what on earth? Yo, what? Oh. I was looking at something else. So if it's different, I mean, it should just be this. Yeah, I should just be checking it here. Well, distance equals vector 2 distance. So if the distance is different, then it should change the direction. So then, and it should also put the Jeep at that position of that waypoint because it'll be, Yeah. So the position of the Jeep equals next waypoint position. And then we change current waypoint. So now current waypoint equals current waypoint get component Jeep waypoint connection dot connected waypoint, which means next waypoint position equals current waypoint dot position. Wait, no. Current waypoint equals current waypoint dot get component Jeep waypoint connection dot connected waypoint dot position. All right, and yeah, okay. So then I need to put a note here. Which also means that current direction equals this name dot replace Jeep with nothing dot to lower. That is my last name. Okay. Okay, this is funny, but I think it works. So then, if the current direction, yeah, okay. So I'll do a switch on the current direction, case up, case down. Wow, okay, this is, I think, yeah, get component, sprite render, dot size equals new vector 2. It's going up then, 4.8 is first, no, 3.2 is first. And then get components on the aux collider. Yeah. And then the animation script will change the sprite. Well, okay. No, it should. Because the thing is that it'll be stretched for like a frame or something. And so. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I should just do sprite rendering. Sprite render size. Change at the animation script. All right, and then so now it should be good. Yeah, okay. That's good. So let's make the let's make the animation script. Nope. Jeep animation. This will be similar to the like NPC animation or player animation, because it has looking stuff. All right. And I guess I could. It's like it's right, up, left, down. Okay. Yeah, I'll make a little. And then this will be on the GPS. I need. Oh, well, first. Oh, yeah, I need to do. Well, do I need a. I don't think I need to wait. Because it's already waiting in the Jeep script, so I don't need to wait. This will be on enable. Okay. So I have the play script. I'm gonna make the Jeep sprite list. So I don't need to have that. All right. Directory, prison objects. Jeep, Jeep, Jeep. Here's the Jeep. All right. So I'll start just doing this. Then it's up, then left, then down. There we go. All right. So this is the Jeep sprites. Okay, lookder. The lookder will be. I mean, I could just send it over. Oh, there's a look num. I'm just copying from this because it works. Look num is automatically set. I don't know, it doesn't matter. Which cycle? Dude, this was like low-key smart. Yeah, so that's that, and then I need to do the animation cycle. Wow, should restart cycle. That should never have to happen. If I... I shouldn't have to do this every single time on enable. I need to just do this on start, private void start. Because it's still before all that. So this needs to go to start. This needs to go on start because if I disable it, then I'll have to redo this again, which takes time, and I don't want to have to do that again. Well, I'm not doing it. The computer's doing it, but I don't want the computer to have to do it again because it can already just be cached, which it should be. All right. So which cycle and then float time. So this helps with pausing. So I actually don't know how long the why is OBS? Oh, OBS is open because I'm streaming. I actually don't know how long the animation cycle is. So let's check that because I already got a video of the Jeep. All right, so yeah. Okay. So it was 0.266, which is, I'm pretty sure, the same. Yeah, it's the same. 266F. There's no restart cycle. Well, there should never be a restart cycle. Is this it? Just... Oh, which cycle? Oh, okay. Cool. So just this again. And then that's that. Gotta do direction weight. Oh, I don't have to do that. Because the direction is already getting. Um, so yeah, this should be it. Cool, cool, cool. All right. That is Jeep animation done. Another thing I want to do... Well, I'll do that after talking about the dust effects. I also need to have the Jeep be able to look at things. So let's see. What can the Jeep detect? Like, I think the only thing it detects is if you're outside and the Jeep sees you. Pretty much, I feel like if the Jeep sees you without a guard outfit or an infirmary outfit, you should just be sent to solitary. I think that's how it works. Um, I think that's how it should work. Because it's not like it checks for if you're digging or whatever. It just sees you. So let's actually test that out. Okay. Well, that is already not how it works because in my prison, I can just go up to the Jeep and hang out with it. So yeah, because I can just hang out with the Jeep. I can touch it even, which I think is really funny. Then I die from it. Actually really scary. But I do not want that sound to be stuck. Hmm. Oh, these guys turn. I didn't add that to my extra NPCs. Maybe it's well, I don't know. I mean, in San Pancho, it's an inside outside map. So I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's at nighttime. Is this a safe zone? I don't think it is. I think this is inside outside. Or no, this is no, because if it's inside outside, then the purple doors matter. But if it's just outside only, yeah, so outside only is technically like you can also just be inside, but there's no penalty for being outside past, like, you can just be outside whenever. But inside outside it matters if you're outside. So San Pancho is outside. It's gotta just be because of the it's just being nighttime, right? And just not being in your cell. That might be it. I'm gonna speed up the game and then see if that's it. I also don't know if my cell is near me at all, so I'm actually gonna check that. Or if my cell like waypoint is like just everywhere already. So let's see. Load map. Oh, is it gonna like disappear? Kind of speeding up the game? Yes, it is. Okay. You know, I'd actually like to see where it goes, because that's interesting to me. I want to know where it goes.
So I think we're just gonna wait here until it becomes nighttime. I know the Jeep is like overpowered in the console versions, but this is not console. Or Reincarcerated is not trying to be a console version. Wow. Okay. So yeah, my cell covers the entire thing. What I'm gonna do then is I'm just gonna make a different version of this map. Where it is not the whole thing. Alright, that's good. Export. Yeah, it's fine. Just gonna reload this. Oh, wait, I could just do that. Okay, well, it didn't see me, but just wait for it to be nighttime then. Speed it up by 3. Oh, it just decided to go. Okay. 3 is way too fast for a Jeep then. Just do with 2. Yeah, it does not see me, but it's also, I'm speeding up the game, so maybe that's it. I don't know. Just gonna wait till nighttime and see what happens. Yeah, I guess I can just go like over its waypoint and just not hit it sometimes. And maybe that's just why it like decides to despawn. Because it literally just rides off. It rides off the screen. Holy gray, this is boring. What to do while waiting? I don't know. I guess let's check the tube, the YouTube. Um, oh, Stampy Larp Nose kills Santa. What about Stampy Larp Head? Cause, hmm. Oh my goodness, History Teacher Gaming uploaded a community post. This guy's hilarious, bro. Mr. Mowbray, what are we doing? Hello, students. There has been a change in the curriculum. Oh, we're gonna be tripping too. That's funny. Okay. W History Teacher Gaming. Um, Sonic fans, please play other games. What? Oh, he's playing. Oh, he's playing 06. He's also playing. Why is there a Sam? What on earth? Why is Aaron Hansen being hugged by Sonic on your screen? And why are you playing Sonic 06? Is this Project 06? Yes, it is Project 06. At least it's Project 06. That's funny. Alright, so it's coming up
Onto the on to nighttime, which is good. All right. So, oh, okay. So he turned on his. Oh, so they have flashlights at what? Like 220? Okay, it's good to know. So 220, and then so I'll disable this. So it's still roll call, so I don't think this guy will pick me up. But let's just wait for a bit. Alright. It's now lights out, and I'm not in my cell. When will the Jeep detect that I'm not in my cell? This is important info that I need to know. Oh, and also if I get set to solitary, I think my game crashes, so... Because there's no solitary bed in this prison. So let's hope I don't click the button to go to solitary. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's just gonna crash. So now it's 1. It is now day 2, and it is still not detecting me. Okay. It's lights out. Have the yellow doors been locked? I don't have any yellow doors, do I? Or I do, but they're... Or I don't. I deleted all the doors, I guess. It is now 142, 147. And the Jeep still has not got me. Well, now it's 1. So does the Jeep just not care? Because it would have caught me by now on like Salt Poncho or something. What does the Jeep have to what are the requirements here? This also might just, I don't know. No, San Pancho also might just be an inside only map with a safe zone. So I think it's if it's like just not an inside only map, the Jeep doesn't care because you can just be outside. Yeah, because the Jeep only checks for you just being outside during nighttime. Or well, maybe it just checks for being outside, period. Because it would only be for inside only maps. So very interesting. I don't know. I have to check the code for that because like you don't know. Also, that's funny. It's so weird. Why does it cycle? Well, I guess the helicopter was originally supposed to be the Jeep, which makes sense. And then they changed it to the Jeep. So does that mean there was supposed to be a helicopter on San Pancho? Maybe that was the original escape idea. That would have been cool. All right. So is San Pancho inside? Oh, I don't even know. I'll check the code because that is baffling. The escape is decomp. Looking up Jeep. Starloo Jeep C. Outside walls. So it's seeing if I'm outside of the walls. Oh, and if it sees a hole, that's right. And if it overlaps a guard alert. What? And Jeep C escape. Goes to solitary. You don't go to solitary for this? So this is all the stuff that's checking. So every 5 seconds it checks. Okay. So this is checking if it's if the outfit is bad. I don't know what H is. I think this is health. Yeah, that would be health. And then layer. Yeah, if I'm on the ground layer. If I'm outside of the walls. If Jeep scan is overlapping me. And that is greater than 0. Which would make sense because then there'd be more than one Jeep. Or more than 0 Jeeps. There would be a Jeep at least on the map. So then I guess I'll search for outside walls, what that means. So so here, so check out of bounds. There's multiple times where this is set to 1. Wow. Oh wow. Okay, so this is just checking on all of the maps. Okay. Oh, this is perimeter. This is what perimeter means. Okay. Okay. That actually makes a lot of sense now. And perimeter is not a thing in reincarcerated because I think perimeter is stupid. That's why I put unsafe zones. Okay, well then, in that case, outside walls. There's no outside walls for Iron Gate. which is interesting. Um, uh, oh, okay, that's cool. So it's, yeah, so these are all hard coded. So you can't get outside of certain prisons. There are other times or other, okay, inside only, and you're on an outside ground tile, and you're not in a safe zone. So safe zones matter here. So here's what I'm going to do. I think I'm only going to check if you're outside based on this, based on these three checks. So inside, outside, this is checking the hour. And if you're in that, yeah. Then how does, oh well, 22. It's checking. Okay, so it doesn't even check for hour 23 or 24. That's funny. So if you are on hour 23 and on an inside outside map and you're on an outside ground tile, then you're inside technically. That's funny. I'm sure there's like something that circumvents that here, but I don't know. Okay, yeah, so this is pretty simple. This is also what I thought it was too. So it seems like the outside stuff starts at 22, which would make sense. It also brings up the question like maybe I should add like outside hours into the map editor, like to change this or like something like that. Because you can change the routine, but yeah, I don't know. Um, yeah, maybe just when it's lights out. Like, why does it have to check for this? Like, lights out is a better way to check for this inside outside thing. Why is it checking this? Oh, because 10. Yeah, so that's when the purple doors open. Yeah, so this is purple door stuff. So if you're outside, that's like the purple door stuff. And 22 is when roll call starts. Okay. And then this is what I thought it was. So yeah, so this makes sense. This stuff is perimeter. I don't have perimeter, so I'm not gonna do that. Also, I mean, unsafe zones will act as perimeter, so we'll have to do this. So I'll add this functionality for the unsafe zones, and then I'll add this. Pretty simple. All right. Cool, cool, cool. Finally doing some stuff for the map based on like inside outside stuff. Because I haven't even touched that part of the game yet. Yeah, getting in trouble and everything, that's that is a whole other ballpark that I need to tackle at some point. Yeah, I think I'm done. I think I'm done with Jeep movement here. Also, this. It's not changing. It's not going to be changing the size of the sprite renderer in Jeep animation. And then I'll add a tooltip for the Jeep. Oh, I also have to do stinger strip stuff. What does stinger strip even do? Like, honestly, I've never used it. I don't know. I'll see about that in a little bit. 1 second after I add the tooltip. Well, there's not a tooltip for it in game, so I'm not gonna add a tooltip. I guess we do stinger strip stuff. Let me see what happens when I do stinger strips, because I've literally never ever have done that in the game. Literally never. So let's see. I'm faded, bro. I'm faded. All right. Stinger strip. This is the GOAT website right here. 180. Yeah, I've literally never used a stinger strip. All right. Stinger strip acquired. Let's go use it on the big bad Jeep. No way. There's no way this happens. Yo. That's hilarious. How long was that? That was like 5 seconds. That's okay. What on earth? That's actually really bad. Alright, let's do a normal. Yeah, that's like 10 in-game seconds or something. That's like 8 seconds for the stinger strip. Let me see that again. And I'll do a little because I don't want to time all this and stuff, so I'll just do a timer. So use timer. So about 6.5 seconds. 6.5 seconds. All it does is stops in place, and it makes the shoot sound, and it deletes the stinger strip object or item. So I'll do that. So yeah, 6.5 seconds, just to have it rounded, and then yeah. So that'll be an update. It'll just be checking if it's colliding, because the Jeep. So then the Jeep will have to have a rigid body 2D component. The Jeep. Rigid body 2D. This doesn't matter. Yeah, freeze everything. Freeze position. Yeah, freeze everything. Discrete or continuous? It does not matter. Then context. Cool. All right. So that is that now. So I can check for collisions. So this is like, I don't like checking for a collision on every frame though, but I'm doing all of this, doing a square root every frame, so. I mean, square root literally is one operation though, so it's the lowest. It's like O O. No, it's O1. O of 1. So this is just if so I'm pretty sure whenever I drop an item, it drops it, and then the name of the item in the game, well, not in the game, but in like the inspector and stuff, is just its ID. But yeah, that'll be way better than doing get component of that thing every frame. So okay, so if get component, well, I'm doing a get component there, so maybe I should do that here. Private box if bc dot is touching, well, okay, should be rigid body actually. Dot collision, I don't know. Dot, there's so much. Dot contacts. Get contacts. This returns. It returns contact points of the colliders. How do I do this? I want a new one. Let's go GitHub Copilot. I do not care what you're thinking about. Okay. Using collision events. Private void on collision enter 2D. What? It's not a trigger. It is a trigger. Well. Let's try this. That shouldn't.
If either, then it'll do the on trigger on both objects. Interesting. Okay. So it's just private vol. Oh, that's cool. Okay, okay. So I didn't actually know this was a method in Unity. Private void on trigger enter to the incorrect signature. That's weird. Maybe it should just be collider 2D. Yes, it should. Okay. This will equal 138. Okay, cool. And then this isn't needed. This is not needed. So, okay. So, if it is hit, and this needs to be put in a try, because it might not have it. Try catch the goat. So it was 138. Then it hits it, which destroys that game object and makes the Jeep stop moving. Okay. So if I want the Jeep to stop moving, I need to stop this. If I stop this IE numerator, well, here's what I'll do. That's good. And then and then also the animation should stop. So all I need to do for that is just to disable it. Alright, so that should work. Um, yeah. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. So, yeah. I think that should be all of it. So now it should just work if I'm the best. Let's see. Also, I didn't add any of the scripts to anything, so it will just not work. Let's see. Script object. I put everything else on everything though, I'm pretty sure. So the Jeeps needs to be there. And then I put this stuff on the waypoints, and then I put stuff on the Jeep animation and Jeep movement. Did I do both? I did not. This will be moved here, and that will be moved there. Okay. Now it should work. Hopefully. Hopefully, and I'm not a chud. Hopefully. Right. Being hopeful. Hey, I'm being hopeful here. Hey, I'm being hopeful. Hey, I'm being hopeful. It's already gonna break everything, isn't it? Yep. It's already broken. There's not even a Jeep here.
Index was out of range. Let's see here. Okay, so it got past this, which I figured it would, but WP pass at I. Okay, so WP paths. Where am I adding stuff to WP paths? I'm not. I'm just not. Okay. This, or well, at I, and that's out of range. So, oh, it's because it doesn't have a list there. So I didn't do that. So I need to actually do that. So WP paths at 0 dot add a list of list transform. Oh, to add a new one. Or no, I can't do that. Cannot convert. Oh, it needs to be one less. Then what? At 0, add this. That makes no sense. At 0, the first one. No. Well, so there's a list of a list of a list of transforms. This makes no sense. So there's a list, which is WP paths, then this list. So there's lists, and these lists, there's 4 of these lists, these first lists, which is for the layers. And then the second list holds these lists within those layers. So why is this like a thing? How can I add a list of transforms? So I have a list of a list of a list, right? I have lists of lists. Wow, oh my goodness. I have a list of lists that each have their lists. So at the 0th list, so I shouldn't be adding it. I should be setting this equal to something. There we go. See, this is like, sound the best is basically what's going on right now. And yeah, all right. So I made those things a thing, and so now this should work. I'm surprised it didn't like go into an infinite loop with these waypoints. All right. Test prison already has an error at this. Well, we can just do this. A new one. There we go. And we just do this 4 times. There we go. I'm not turning that into a for loop. That is over the top for a for loop. It's literally 4 lines versus 3. It does not matter. All right. Lock in. Lock in, right? All right. Lock in. Oh my gosh. The variable connected WP of this has not been assigned. So connected waypoint hasn't been assigned, which it should be here. There should be these. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. This should be doesn't equal. Duh. That's dumb. Okay. Now we can do it. And then I'll make like a separate map for multiple Jeeps. And it'll be awesome. And it'll be the best ever. And yeah. Boom. Done deal. Done deal. No errors. So it's a dream come true. So where is the Jeep? Supposed to be seeing a Jeep here. Guys, where's the Jeep? There is no Jeep. What happened? Why is there no Jeep? Where? Oh, if it doesn't equal null, yeah, then continue. Huh. Interesting. So it's really just saying that, well, it's not even getting the Jeep movement, which it did before. It spawned in the Jeep. It spawned in one Jeep or 5 Jeeps. Uh, so it's not doing this. It thinks this is 0. So why would WB pass at I be 0? Is if this. Hmm. 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 Um. So if, why would it have to contain it? Oh, a new list. Dude, this is so like confusing. All right, I'm gonna take a break from this. I'm gonna do this like tomorrow. Figure it out tomorrow. See you later.